stratum. I don't want to leave. Not until I find that crystal. I'm tired of being a freak. I want to have friends. I want to live a normal life. Without this curse. If that purifying crystal can make that happen, make me normal, then I'm not going back until I find it. Yeah, so? All right then.
I don't remember if I said this before in the first time that I played this, but I do think it's very funny to hear these Resident Evil characters talking about like a crystal. Like it's a crystal that just takes away your powers. Like that's very weird for Resident Evil.
What's this?
Especially later on when a different character starts talking about the crystal, it's very like, whoa, that's weird that you're talking about this spooky crystal. I mean, you seem like a fine little monkey man. I'll be your friend. I don't care. But this is another one of those parts where I was like, okay, they reused the castle, and Lady D was not in it at all. They barely even make like a little reference to her. So this part I was like, okay, the big baby, everyone loves the big baby, what are they gonna do here? Are they gonna just do the big baby again?
I swear I've seen these monkeys before, but what the hell?
In case you don't remember, that is Rose's favorite toy from the main game. Yeah, I think this part is worth the price of admission for this DLC alone. I think this part is really spectacular. So which wall am I supposed to look at? Here we go.
What's wrong? Okay. Something seems different. Okay, this is weird.
Because it's just one of those things that it plays with your expectations because you've played the main game and you know that some freaky weird shit happens in this like basement area. So you're just preparing yourself like, okay, it's either going to be the big baby or something else. Today was my first day of school. I've always wanted to go. I'm going to give Chris a big hug next time I see him. There were so many kids my age. It was like I walked into a TV show or something. I was so scared when I had to introduce myself to the class, but I was still super duper excited to be there. I'm going to make so many friends. I'm going to try and talk to them tomorrow. I tried to be brave and talk to some of the other kids, but no one wants to talk to me. Schoolwork is super easy. It's all stuff I learned with Mommy. But guess I shouldn't answer all the teacher's questions. The boy behind me said something really mean. My hands go icky with white sweat when I panic. It was really bad today. Today the teacher yelled at me for always carrying my hanky. She says I'm not a baby anymore. The boys at school kept saying I'm icky, but I take a bath every night, always wear clean clothes, and bring a fresh hanky every day. It's because of the stupid white sweat. Whenever it starts coming out of my hands, I wipe it off right away. But sometimes it won't wipe off, so I just hold my hanky really tight. Chris even told the teacher it can't get anyone sick, but it didn't change anything. Someone finally talked to me. Lucy from my class said she's always wanted to be friends. We're gonna have lunch together tomorrow. I can't believe it. I'm so happy. I hope Lucy's friend Catherine will be my friend too.
This is...
I like those little glimpses into like what Rose's life was like after Resident Evil 8. And the little glimpses of like Chris being her dad basically are really adorable. And not at all something that I expected from Chris as a character.
Why is there a picture of me?
If I could flip this around... Wait, hold on. How does the camera, like, photo mode work in this game? It's still just as shitty, yeah. But it's like, it reminds me of that picture of Tails next to the goalpost, where he's just smiling in it. It's so good. That's what that reminds me of for some reason.
Playtime. You don't need that junk.
Hey, my stuff.
So right off the bat, I was a little disappointed because I was like, oh, this is just the part from the main game. You have to like cut this thing open, you have to do surgery. So I was getting ready to be a little disappointed by this bit. Let's turn that off. We don't want their water bill to be too high. Wait, what? I thought there was a prompt there. There's nothing to look at in this room, really? Alright, whatever you say. It's also, I definitely said this before, but like how the castle, it's the same thing, but it feels so different from when you visit it in the main game. They were able to basically do the same thing here. Like, this is obviously the same location, but it just looks different. It feels different. Also, this took me a really long time to figure out the first time that you have to flip this over. The stuffed locker, picture on the bookshelf, desk covered in stuff. So... we need to go to the locker first, which is this. So that's 2. What is that a picture of? 244 66. 2 4. Whoops, I don't know why I went over that far. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know why it took me so, because I found all of the clues individually. Like, I found the 2, I found the 44, and I found the 66, but I just never thought to turn this over, which shows the exact like sequence that you're supposed to like input them in. So it took me like a good 10 minutes to figure out what I was supposed to be doing in that room. Wait, can I go out here? No. Can't do that. Also, I don't like that they don't take away your like power meter.
What the hell?
Because it clogs up the UI. When they take everything away from you, like you can't use your guns or anything like that, they should also take your power meter away. Just to unclog the screen. It's not that big of a deal, but it bothers me. It's like, why take away everything else if you're not going to do that too? What does this say? Mr. Monkey has a tummy ache. He might give you the crystal if you help him. They didn't want to spend any more money on animations for, like, cutting that open.
You won't get the crystal by slicing open your friend. You know how to play with dolls, don't you?
This part, I don't remember what the solution here is, so this could be fun. What is this? Okay, nice, thank you. I bet you can find all kinds of places to play with this doll and her friends. So, Lucy goes here, obviously. We just gotta find some other friends. Wait, what does this say? Is this the same one? Maybe you'll get the crystal once you get the campfire started. Alright.
So you want me to play with dolls?
We need to clean that gross mold off of her. Alright, I think I need to just take this with me. So, grab her, please. Because I can't do anything with that yet. They basically hide these, like, all around, so you gotta keep checking for other, just all the areas. make sure there's no closets that they're hiding in. Because sometimes I feel like they hide them in there.
Someone really went all out.
Also, that door that says Jimmy's room, I'd like to think that that's confirming that the giant ugly baby is called Jimmy. Like, that's just that baby's name. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, Rose, let's try that again, but good this time. Nice. No one wants to be her friend. What a loser. Let's see, I can grab that one. Not this radio station again, come on. You're just playing reruns now. So, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, I think this is a real spooky bit. This scared the crap out of me the very first time. This is like... I don't get scared by jump scares, but if I see something that's not supposed to be there, that's just scary. Like, if you turn a corner and there's something there that is not supposed to be there, and was not previously there... That's the only time that I actually get, like, kind of jumpy. So that was the exact, like, kind of scare designed to spook me.
Yeah, I get it. Fuck you.
I think this is a pretty cool puzzle. It's not my favorite. I think all the stuff that you do in the main game a little bit more interesting, maybe. But I think it's good enough. See, I'm missing a doll. Oh wait, no, I gotta unlock that door. Which door though? Not that way. So I gotta go to Jimmy's room then. Dude loves the color red. His door is red, the key is red. And again, this is a really great way to play on expectations. Because this is obviously when things start to go sideways in the main game. Like, as soon as you get out of this well, basically everything has been turned upside down and is no good. Well, thanks. That was really worth it. I appreciate it. So you're expecting there's going to be some bad stuff going on as soon as I get out of this well. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. There you go.
God, this is so creepy.
That doll's doing like a frontwards T-pose. Also, I don't know how much of this soundtrack is like reused from the main game or how much of it is actually like done just for Shadows of Rose. But it's very good. I don't remember if I talked about this. I apologize if I did. But I recently got the Resident Evil 8 vinyl from Laced Records. And I was listening to that, and before I listened to it just in isolation, I didn't really think too much of the Resident Evil 8 soundtrack. But listening to it without the gameplay, without like really concentrating on anything else, it's a really good soundtrack. Like, it might be one of my favorite Resident Evil soundtracks. It's really short. It's like way shorter than I thought it was going to be. But it's still pretty good. Alright, I want to say that makes the most sense. Really? That's like the most obvious place to interact with that, but you gotta go in front of it? I do think it's funny, though, that my favorite part of this DLC is, like, immediately followed by the worst part of the DLC. And maybe one of my least favorite parts in any Resident Evil game. But We'll get to that. Don't you worry. Let me guess, she's in front of the door now, right? Ooh, scary. Fool me once, shame on me. You know, fool me twice. Can't get fooled again. You know how that saying goes. Does this seem right? Yes. That one is probably this dude. But I don't know the big dumb one that we just picked up. I don't know what she's gonna be doing. She's not even pointing or anything. She's just standing there. Yeah, see, this is the benefit of playing games sober.
Seriously.
Because I feel like this also took me like 20 minutes the first time.
He's dead. So sad.
Yellow, Rose Winters.
Jeez, Rose, you're still looking for the crystal? Fine, I'll help you out. Just take the elevator to me. Mommy might be upset that I'm helping you, though.
Who are you?
It was at this point that I kind of figured out who that was on the phone, because I just figured it was going to be the little doll girl again, because it's the same voice actress, but it is not. I kind of realized what was going on here as it was happening. And I think this is, story-wise, a really cool thing to do with this DLC. And here is where the DLC really picks up. This is one of my favorite things in any Resident Evil game now. Like, this is great. This is so tense. And it's a worthy successor to the Big Baby. Especially because you basically have to do this entire part backwards. And I always forget, like, where's the wall? Where am I supposed to turn? I just think this part's neat. What else do you want me to say? Oh, I think I was supposed to have gone that way. Oh no, maybe not. I think I'm actually going the right way. But it is entirely possible that we're going to be here for a little bit. Are you moving? No. Hi. Goodbye. Wait, does she come in here? Okay, not quite yet.
Jesus Christ!
Hey lady, you gotta move from the doorway just a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. I don't think if you touch her you die, which would be very mean, in my opinion. Because there are certain times where she's like definitely way too close to you, like to get through an area, and you kind of like have to brush up against her. And I don't think that that's like an instant kill. Hello. Have I backed myself into a corner? I certainly hope not. If I'm not mistaken, this is like the hardest part right here. This is where it could all go just completely sideways. Okay, wait, I fucked up. I did it bad. I did it really bad. Oh, I'm dead. Whoops. Thankfully, they do put a little checkpoint here. If you had to start it, I mean, I don't know. I'm of two minds of that. I think it would be nice if you had to start the whole thing over again. Just because it should be that tense, the stakes should be that high, but for playing a video game, I'm very glad that it's not an instant, like, hey, restart the whole goddamn thing. What happens if I just barge it? Like, what happens, honestly, if I just go for it? You need to move. So do you. You all need to move. Put that in there, baby. Did not think that that strategy would work.
Why won't this thing work? Why aren't you doing this?
You're after the crystal, aren't you?
Do you know where it is?
I've gathered some friends just for you. Entertain them, and maybe I'll tell.